Club. I've been the head coach here for 19 years. During that time, I've had 150 amateur fights, over 20 professional fights at MMA, but mostly at Muay Thai. And I've coached and cornered over 400 people. We've had thousands of members, and we average about 200 people a day that come through our gym. In all that time, I've basically got a lot of experience of training athletes. We get everyday ordinary people come in, and we've trained state, Australian and world champions in what we do, and I think by now I know what it takes to be successful at something.
So what would you say that counts the most for success?
I think the important thing to remember is talent is only the ability to work really hard for something. I have never had someone come in, no matter how skilled they are, no matter how committed they are, no matter how much they talk, that ever succeeds without hard work and dedication. I've had people come in who you would never pick as a champion, who weren't very coordinated, who weren't fit, but if they train 6 days a week, year in, year out, they become a champion. Plenty of people come in that talk it up, that think they know what they're doing, or think that they can train hard 1 day a week and then go out on weekends or study when they need to and not focus, and really they last about 3 months. To get good at anything, it simply comes down to hard work. The only way I would test people in their first few months to see if they've got what it takes to be a champion is that they do hard work, and they're diligent people that turn up all the time, whether they're cold, whether it's hot, whether they've got other stuff in their life. They've basically got no excuses because they have a desire. So the quote to remember is that talent is only the ability to work really hard for something.
Okay, so from what point would you say that effort and commitment start counting towards achieving a goal?
I think the moment you start. If you don't start, you'll never be good at anything. You've got to start, and that's the key. Then you've got to be committed to it straight away. We get people that change from life. They change how often they train as their life goes on, but nobody gets good at anything without a period of serious immersion training, and that's usually got to be done at the start. When you start something, to get anywhere at it, you've got to do it all the time. To fight, you've got to think it, breathe it, live it every day of your life to get there. For most other things in life, you've just got to be committed and work hard at it. There is no other second way. There's no app you can buy, or book you can read, or friends you can talk to that's a shortcut. The only shortcut is to earn it.
So say for example you've got an athlete that hasn't been committing fully. Can they actually one day make a difference by deciding to start working hard?
If somebody's basic training average 2 or 3 days a week, or they're sort of committed a little bit, and they make a decision that they want to be better at their life, or they want to be better at something, then they've got to change their discipline. They've got to change their habits, and usually what people have got to change is their expectations. People expect to be better than what they can be without the effort. And people train for a while, or they do something, an hour or two a week, and they realise their expectations and their goals or their hobbies are not going to get anywhere unless they change their expectations and become diligent. And then if and only then they do it, then they've got a chance. But they have to do it for longer than they expect they have to do it. In the last 19 years, what I mostly find with the teenagers and young adults that I train is that they expect to be good at something too quickly, that it'll take a week, 6 months, and really you're not good at anything until you've been doing it for 4 or 5 years committed. You can be okay or better than the next person, but to be average should scare the hell out of you, because that's what most people in the world are, and you've got to want to be better than that. You've got to put in more effort than the next person.
Do you want to say anything to the boys in Canberra Grammar?
I want to say that you've got to try hard at whatever you do. It doesn't matter if you're good at it or not, you've got to give it a go. If you don't give something a go with full commitment, you're not really going to have any pride in yourself. Whether you win a championship belt, win a race or anything, if you don't make an effort, you don't commit, then you've got no pride, and really you're just a shallow person. You've really got to commit to something and have something to stand up for in life and be good at, to separate yourself from everyone else in the world and be the best you can be.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.